What if I told you that one of the most powerful clubs in English football is actively sabotaging a deal that could change the entire structure of the game? That's exactly what's happening right now with Manchester City and the Premier League's proposed £1.5 billion financial lifeline to the English Football League. And honestly, this isn't just about money, it's about control, legacy, and who really holds the power in modern football. Let me break this down for you. Here's the thing, the Premier League wants to give the EFL a massive financial boost, but Manchester City is pushing back harder than anyone. Why? Because they are not just worried about the numbers, they are scared of what this deal could mean for their own dominance. You see, this isn't just a handout to championship clubs. It's a redistribution of power, and City knows that if smaller clubs get more money, they might start challenging the status quo. In my opinion, this is less about fairness and more about maintaining the hierarchy where the top clubs stay on top. Now, here's a detail that really makes me think, the funding mechanism. The Premier League wants to raise the transfer fee levy from 4% to 6%. That sounds small, but for clubs like City, who spend hundreds of millions every season, that's a huge hit. And get this, City isn't alone in their concerns. The so-called Big Six are all uneasy about this, but they are not exactly rushing to back their rivals. What makes this really interesting is the political chess game happening behind closed doors. Are they all secretly aligned, or is this just a smokescreen for City's own agenda? I'm leaning towards the latter. Let's talk about the tribunal. City is still waiting for that independent ruling on their 115 financial fair play breaches. It's a ticking time bomb. If they lose, it could cripple their finances. But here's the twist, they are already fighting a legal battle over associated party transactions, which they recently won. That victory might give them leverage, but it's also a reminder that they are walking a tightrope. One misstep, and they could be the next big club to fall under the FFP microscope. And honestly, I think the Premier League is watching this closely. They know City's financial house of cards is fragile. Then there's Rick Parry, the EFL chair, who's holding out for a bigger deal. The Premier League's offer is basically doubling the original proposal from 2023, but Parry wants more. Why? Because he knows the EFL has leverage. If they say no, the Premier League can't force them. This feels like a classic negotiation where both sides are trying to outmaneuver each other. And here's the kicker, if the EFL accepts, 80% of the money goes to championship clubs. That's not just a windfall, it's a seismic shift in the balance of power. Suddenly, teams like Leeds or Nottingham Forest could have the resources to compete with the big boys. Can you imagine that? It's like giving a new set of keys to the kingdom to the underdogs. But let's take a step back. What does this all mean for the future of English football? If this deal passes, it's a win for financial equality. But if City and the Big Six block it, we're stuck in the same old system where the top clubs hoard the wealth. Personally, I think this is the moment the EFL has been waiting for to assert its independence. They've been the underdogs for too long, and this could be their shot at rewriting the rules. The question is, will the Premier League let them? Or will City's opposition become the final nail in the coffin for this deal? I'm not sure, but one thing's certain, this isn't just about £1.5 billion. It's about the soul of English football.